to see you all. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Always.
And this is so exciting. I remember, hearing about, the Hallmark cruises and the fans and everything. And I was like, I hope one day this is documented, right? Like I could see behind the scenes and everything. And we got that with Christmas at Sea. Taylor, I just kind of want to start. I mean, can you take me through like when you first step on this cruise, so to speak? Like, what's that like for you specifically? Just seeing everything, just like as a first impression, so to speak.
I mean, you're immediately blown away. You're hit in the face with all these beautiful trees and decorations and Christmas spirit. And then in floods all the fans and all the love and all the energy. And honestly, we don't know what we're doing. Second to second, they're just taking us, showing us where to stand. And then we get to like feel that energy and give it right back. So it is a lot of unknowns and a lot of pure magic.
Well, it's interesting you say about the unknowns because Rachel, I did want to kind of ask because it's interesting when you have these shows, whether like these, shows like this, where sometimes like, do you forget sometimes there's cameras around? Like you're probably so invested in talking to the fans sometimes, right?
Oh, you're having so much fun. And it's just such a unique to be on a boat that's floating in the ocean with Christmas trees everywhere. I mean, there's so much to think about, but yeah, sometimes where you really do feel like you're just sitting down having conversations with friends. I mean, Tyler, Hynes, and I have a storyline where we meet this amazing woman, Jessica, and just sitting down with her and her best friend. And you really feel like you could just stay there all night and just talk about life. And then, we don't know what's going to be used for a show, but it's just remarkable connections. And it's so fun.
No, absolutely. And again, Erin, as always, good to see you again.
Aww.
And, I did kind of want to ask because I find it very interesting because, the Hallmark fans and the Hallmark Christmas movie fans, they're so passionate but they're so dialed in. Like they know so many things and they're like really on the ball in a lot of ways. I'm wondering, what was it like, having some of those conversations with some of these fans about stuff like you might not know about it. You're like, oh, I didn't think about that. Like, was there a lot of those moments like talking to fans?
Yeah, I think we always have. By the way, PD, it's so good to see you too. Always. I should have said, girls, get ready because he's got the most amazing energy. Like, some interviews are very chill. And PD's like, hey, and you're like, I'm so happy to be here. That's like electric. But I think we all keep saying there are all these moments with the fans that are the whole spectrum, that where you do have moments where you're like, oh, I didn't know that, or I didn't think about that, or wow, how do you remember that from, from something? Thank you for remembering that. But I think it's also like such, I've said it before, it's the full gamut of love, right? It's like everybody's so excited to be there that it is electric. Like I swear, I think there are times my feet are an inch off the floor. And then there are times when you're so touched that you can't help but be like, thank you for letting me in your life, and so it's just, it's full.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a question for all of you, and Taylor, will start with you, Rachel, then Erin. I find it very interesting, right? Because over the years, there's so many amazing Hallmark Christmas movies and like they play all year round and everything. And, there's a lot, like you have all been in a lot of really amazing ones that people love. I'm wondering sometimes when you talk to the fans and they have their favorites, right? That you might not think of, or like ones that you did a certain time where you're not thinking about it. Does that ever kind of like impact your ranking sometimes of your favorite movies that you've done with Hallmark specifically? Like, I'm curious about that.
Absolutely. I mean, my favorite are the rom-coms. So I like them light and fluffy and funny and all of the things. But then there's some that have like gravitas, that are really dealing with situations and scenarios that people are going through on their everyday life basis, and that maybe they're trying to run to Hallmark to avoid. And so when those scripts come to me, I get a little scared because I want to make everybody as happy as humanly possible. But then I realize when I'm having conversations with people how grateful they are to witness these stories being told on Hallmark and have the happy endings and how they deal with it, and how cathartic it is for them to experience it with their favorite actress. And I think that's a real eye-opening moment for me to maybe not always, to dig deeper and to tell those stories that potentially I'm afraid of.
Absolutely. No, Rachel, it's interesting too, right? Because there's certain movies that, like, from self-reflection point of view, that stay with people more than others, right? I'm sure you get to talk to fans about that as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think like playing Mrs. Miracle was one that was just when I got the script and I read it and just thinking about how many people are attached to this story, but this was such a different way to tell it. It was so exciting. And I was in the middle of creating all of these miracles when my very first invite for the Hallmark Christmas cruise came in. So I felt it's like just miracles all around. We'll take them. But then sometimes, like 2 years ago, Wes Brown and I did a little cameo in Biltmore Christmas. And Wes and I talk all the time about how many people stop us and they say, we're in it so little. It's like a movie within a movie. And I think it was really fun for fans to see Hallmark actors in a Hallmark movie inside the Hallmark movie.
Yes.
So, you don't realize how special that's going to be, but we had so much fun doing that.
That's what I'm saying. Ones you don't even think of, right? It's like, oh, wow, that's the one. That's what I'm thinking. Erin, I'm sure that happens as well with you, right?
Oh my gosh. I had someone on the cruise bring up my first Christmas Hallmark movie, which was a decade ago now, and almost a decade ago. And you know how I know, guys? Because it was the year I got married. So for me, my marriage is intrinsically linked to my Hallmark career because I got the offer when we were about like the week before our wedding. We were already in France, like doing the wedding stuff. And they were like, you got an offer for a Christmas movie. I was like, what now? And so for me, it's like forever, but someone brought that one up and I was like, oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. I haven't thought about that one in a while because it's usually the more recent stuff or the more poignant stuff, that gets brought up. So yeah, always absolutely. I'm surprised by what people remember.
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait for people to catch Christmas at Sea at Hallmark Channel. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for providing an escape and doing these really kind of amazing films that are so close to everyone's hearts. Like we all appreciate it. So thank you so much. So great to chat with you all.
Thank you. We love you, Petey. We love your energy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.